Welcome to my YouTube channel, Fishing with Werebear. That's me. I'm going to go over my fishing setup in my garage. I'm going to start over in this corner. Got like a little simple hook. I keep my life jackets on, occasionally a backpack. And then over here is my fishing bench. This used to be an old vanity or cabinet. Somebody was getting rid of it, so I picked it up, threw some stain on it, and turned it into a fishing bench. I had some old pull cue holders laying around the house, so I use those to store my rod and reels. So I got my spinning reel setups and my bait casters. And then I watched a YouTube video on how to make your own little reel spool, and I used that video to make that little device right here. You know, simple. I think it maybe cost me like $10 at the hardware store to get these things. And I had that little block of wood laying around the house. It works pretty well. I have to usually just get rid of these fly rod holders to make sure that the line doesn't get hung up, but it works pretty efficiently. Then I've got my homemade fishing crate. Again, got the crate for free, bought the PVC pipes, and then just zip tied it onto the sides. I think that thing can hold 6 rods. I do 5, so 5 or 6 depending if I keep the net there. It's a little bit cheaper as opposed to buying, you know, something pre-made. May not look the best, but it serves the same purpose. You know, teacher salary, you got to make do with what you got. This is new. I did this over the winter. I added the pegboard up on the wall. I use some thin little, not tube, I think they're like a 1x2 maybe, or a 2x2. I can't remember the size, but cheap. Picked it up at Menards, put that behind it, and then hung up all my tackle that I could, and then all the little like pegboard accessories. I bought a little kit on Amazon. I want to say like 300 pieces, and it was under, you know, $30. So super cheap. I'll tag that in the video, and I'll see if I can find the video on the homemade reel spooler as well. And then the last thing I got over here is my kayak, which I'll do a separate review of at some point. But again, I had some 2x4s laying around, and then you won't be able to see it. I don't think I can peek in there enough, but I used my old hinges off the spare tire holder on my Jeep to kind of anchor to the wall, then run the 2x4s across to hold my kayak. Not super sturdy, but it works. And then I'll do a review over my setup on my kayak at a different time when my garage isn't so messy. But there's my fishing setup. Give me a like and a follow, subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming out. Hopefully, you know, we get some nice weather here and the lakes will thaw out, but maybe going up to Dayton to fish the Miami River on President's Day. Have a good one.